From humble bundles to Steam sales to games that are just cheap, we all end up with a pile of games we probably won't ever get around to, even during AAA drought season. Well, I say fuck that. I'm gonna play them, and I'm gonna talk about them into a microphone. That's right.
It's the game pile.
Today's game is a point-and-click adventure called The Inner World. Here are the settings. The way these work is that you set them and they whatever, but it's pretty basic stuff, so there you go. It is accessible in-game, as such things should always be, if you ask me. It's definitely important to be able to adjust audio levels at any time in a game like this, since it's all about taking in the world and the characters. For some reason, the game was set to German the first time I started it. I don't know why, but it flustered me enough that I didn't notice these big-ass flags until I'd closed and reopened the game. Mein Deutsch ist sehr schlecht, so ich kann nicht Videospiel spielen auf Deutsch. Anyway, the game starts off like most games with a cutscene.
Against all likelihood, there exists a universe consisting only of soil. Deep inside lies a vast, spherical world. Its people call it Asposia. Air enters this world through the 3 holy wind fountains. To this day, the origin of the wind is widely disputed, but the fact that it is dying out little by little is undeniable. Without the wind, the light went out. Without the light, the warmth went away. And in the cold darkness, the wind gods came.
After the rest of the cutscene, the game offers to introduce you to the controls. Controls, this is player. Player, this is controls. So I'll just leave you guys to chat then. It's all just basic point-and-click stuff. Click around to move, click shit that looks like stuff to comment on it or interact with it. Click shit you've stolen to comment on it or use it. Click and drag one shit onto another shit to see if you can make a new shit. Click and drag shit onto stuff in the world and maybe it'll do some shit. Talk to people about shit. When they're done talking about something, that shit gets darkened. Finally, when you're done talking to them about shit, leave their ass. Shit is just that simple. Shit. Moving on, one of the things I really liked about this game was the side characters. They have a lot of fun quirks and silly accents, and the voice acting seems pretty good, even when they're being a bit over the top, which is nearly all the time. I could see some of them getting a little annoying, but the collecting and problem solving tend to keep you moving from character to character, so by the time you get back to someone, you've probably talked to a few other people and looked around for objects for a good while. Unfortunately, the main characters are occasionally a bit annoying, and a bit bland when they're not. To be fair though, this classic balancing act of protagonist personality can cause issues no matter how good your dialogue writing is. Staying on the topic of writing and me being bitchy about it, the Inner World story is decent, but not exactly delivered with subtlety. Oddly enough though, that can sometimes be enjoyable. Because I know pretty much exactly where the story is going, I can just sit back and enjoy the sights, so to speak. By sights, I mean sights. But not just sights, also sounds. But not just those two things, also characters. Let's check out some of that shit now. Don't worry, I'll avoid spoilers, air dams, and really just any shit that goes on the trunk of a car. Here we go.
Hello, can you help me?
That depends on what you need. I don't have garbage.
Garbage?
Pardon? No, not me. Nobody's stealing garbage here. Especially not me.
Well, I'm actually looking for...
Do you need garbage?
Is that your Phosphos?
Yes, its name is Foss. I saved it.
You did? How so?
It was captured on Asposia's highest tower.
Isn't Asposia's highest tower the lighthouse that doesn't shine anymore? Yes, I remember Conroy telling me that the Phosphos there had been stolen from the tower.
Not stolen. Freed.
Oh. What are you doing?
I'm, meditating.
Looks like a lot of fun.
Fun? If this was fun, it wouldn't have anything to do with religion.
But what?
I'm, looking for inspiration.
From a slot machine?
Well, yes. Yes, well, until the inspiration finds me, it can't hurt to use the time practically.
Right. That makes sense. Somehow. How come you're a tailor? With those arms, you look like you could chuck an anvil.
Oh, you sound like my dear parents. They always wanted me to become a bouncer, but I discovered my love for yarn early on. I used to crochet in secret, under my blanket. From there, it was only a matter of time until I worked with harder fabrics. At the age of 14, I started working with pillow lace. What could I say? My dad found out about my secret crocheting and threw me out. I spent several years on the street before a rich wool magnate picked me up.
That's fascinating.
Oh, I was a seamster like everybody else. The wool magnate discovered my talent and presented me to the right people, and, well, my career started.
Wow. It's great how far you've come.
Yes. And now I'm here.
So, would you describe yourself as poisonous?
It's the primary self-defense mechanism of my species.
Gotcha. So, you can survive in the root forest even though it's so dangerous?
To speak the truth here, what makes the root forest so dangerous is the corpse.
But what is so dangerous about you?
In principle, everything. I secrete a deadly corrosive fluid. My tail is a club of death. Don't even get me started about my claws. They can sink into anything softer than diamond. I could go on forever.
Thanks.
On behalf of our team, we wish you a pleasant visit.
So, yeah, silly and over-the-top characters abound in the inner world, and I think that's the real draw. It really is just a fun little adventure, and it seems like that's exactly what the game's creators intended. And if you ask me, I think they did a great job of it. The music is really fun and relaxing, and I enjoyed it a lot, and the art style is simple and kind of beautiful. And when you combine that with the silly characters and pleasant, relaxing story, it's just a great little adventure. And that's all it has to be. If that's your bag, you should definitely check it out if it's already in your game pile. And if not, you might want to pick it up whenever it's at the right price for you. At the moment, it's $15 on Steam, so unfortunately, it's up against quite a lot of other stuff price-wise. I played it all the way through again for this recording, and the full video is nearly 7 hours long. Now, I did make an effort to try and get every bit of dialogue, so your playtime might be shorter if you aren't worried about that, and if you don't get confused by basic adventure game problem solving. Well, hopefully that gives you enough information to make up your own goddamn mind. And that's it for today's Game Pile. I hope you enjoyed it, and,
Get the fuck out of here!
Mortal Kombat. Fucking, whatever. Adios, bitches.